Google Earth lets us explore the world from the safety of our screens, but sometimes curiosity leads us down a darker path. Hidden in plain sight, there are coordinates that reveal unsettling sights, messages that shouldn't exist, shapes that defy explanation, and scenes so eerie they'll haunt your thoughts long after you close the app. These aren't just glitches or optical illusions, they're real locations with mysteries no one can fully explain. The Bloody Lake, Iraq. In the war-scarred district of Sadr City, Baghdad, Google Earth once revealed something truly unsettling. A small lake turned a vivid blood-red color. No signs, no warnings, just a jarring splash of crimson in the middle of an otherwise brown, dusty landscape. The image spread quickly online, and the theories came faster. Was it industrial waste? A chemical spill? Some suspected a nearby slaughterhouse had dumped animal blood into the water. Others went darker. Whispers of mass graves or unrecorded violence tied to the Iraq War. Yet, no official explanation was ever provided. No investigation report. Nothing to clarify the eerie transformation. Even more puzzling, the lake later returned to a normal blue-green shade, as if the entire event had been a glitch in the Matrix or a digital hallucination. But by then, the damage was done. The screenshots had gone viral, archived by conspiracy sites and immortalized in internet folklore. The Bloody Lake of Iraq still lingers in the back corners of Google Earth legends, a reminder that sometimes the planet reflects more than just geography, it reflects our deepest fears. A secret door in Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore is known for its iconic faces of 4 American presidents, carved boldly into the granite cliffs of South Dakota. But what few realize is that hidden behind the head of Abraham Lincoln lies a mysterious doorway, an actual entrance carved into the mountain. This secret leads to the Hall of Records, a chamber designed to store important historical documents for future generations. The chamber was part of the original vision by sculptor Gutzon Borglum, but it was never fully completed. Today, it's sealed off from the public, not part of any official tour, and remains locked behind a large granite slab. What's inside? No one really knows for sure. Blueprints suggest it contains a time capsule, records, and maybe even secrets long buried by history. But since it's off-limits, it remains one of the most intriguing and little-known mysteries of Mount Rushmore. The fallen giant no one talks about. In the heart of Valencia, Spain, lies a site that seems ripped from the pages of a surreal fairy tale. A gigantic human figure sprawled across the ground as if it had plummeted from the sky. At first glance, it's easy to mistake the scene for something apocalyptic, a fallen titan or a bizarre modern ruin. But the truth is both whimsical and unsettling. This colossal sculpture, known as Gulliver Park, stretches an impressive 230 feet long and is based on the protagonist of Jonathan Swift's Gulliver's Travels. Designed to resemble the moment Gulliver wakes up on the shores of Lilliput, the sculpture doubles as an interactive playground, with slides and climbing ropes built into its massive limbs. From ground level, it's a whimsical attraction for children. But from above, the perspective shifts dramatically. The sheer scale of the figure, combined with its lifelike posture, arms outstretched, legs slightly bent, creates an uncanny illusion. It looks less like a playful art installation and more like the aftermath of some strange cosmic event. The sculpture's eerie quality is amplified by its surroundings. Nestled in the manicured greenery of Valencia's Turia Gardens, the contrast between the orderly park and the seemingly chaotic crash site is jarring. At night, when shadows stretch across the figure's crevices, the effect is even more haunting. Is it a tribute to literature, a clever optical illusion, or something more mysterious? The answer depends on your vantage point, both physically and philosophically. Mysterious ocean swirls, or a giant squid? Somewhere in the vast emptiness of the ocean, Google Earth captures 3 massive swirl patterns. From the sky, they look like whirlpools, or the gigantic tentacle marks of some unseen creature rising from the deep. Some say it's just the trail of a ship. Others think it's trash or sonar distortion. But the more imaginative believe it could be evidence of something living, something enormous. A giant squid? A deep-sea monster? There's no official answer, but zoom in and you'll see why the internet can't stop talking about it. the human-shaped lagoon in Brazil. Deep within Brazil's dense, uncharted forests, a peculiar body of water defies natural explanation. From the sky, the lagoon below isn't just an ordinary pool. It's perfectly shaped like a human body, complete with outstretched arms, defined legs, and even a distinct head. The precision of the silhouette is so striking that it's impossible to dismiss as a trick of erosion or random geological formation. The lagoon's unnatural symmetry immediately raises questions. Who or what could have created it? Local legends offer no answers, and there's no record of any artist or engineer claiming responsibility. Even more puzzling is its isolation. The site isn't accessible to the public, with no roads or trails leading to it. The only way to witness this anomaly is through satellite imagery, adding to its air of secrecy. Some speculate it could be the work of a wealthy eccentric, a land artist who carved the shape as a statement or private joke. Others wonder if it's tied to indigenous symbolism, though no known tribes in the area have traditions involving such designs. A darker theory suggests it might be a macabre landmark, linked to unsolved disappearances or cult activity. But with no physical evidence or official investigations, the lagoon remains an enigma, a silent, sprawling figure forever frozen in the landscape, waiting for someone to decipher its meaning. Yellowstone's Rainbow Hot Spring. In the heart of Yellowstone National Park, the Grand Prismatic Spring looks like a portal to another dimension. As the largest hot spring in the United States, its vibrant, radiating colors, electric turquoise at the center, bleeding into neon yellows and fiery oranges, are so surreal that they seem digitally enhanced. But this kaleidoscope is entirely natural, a masterpiece of microbiology and extreme heat. The spring's colors come from heat-loving bacteria that thrive in its mineral-rich waters. Different species create distinct pigments depending on the temperature, forming concentric rings of color. At the center, where temperatures soar to a lethal 160 degrees Fahrenheit, 71 degrees Celsius, the water is too hot for even these hardy microbes, leaving it a sterile, crystalline blue. From ground level, the spring is breathtaking, but from above, it's downright alien, a swirling, psychedelic eye staring up from the earth. Steam constantly rises from its surface, shrouding it in an eerie mist that amplifies its unearthly glow. Despite its beauty, the spring is deceptively deadly. In 2016, a tourist who ventured off the boardwalk died after slipping into its boiling waters. The incident serves as a grim reminder that some of Earth's most stunning wonders are also its most perilous. Sultan the Pit Pony. In Caerphilly, Wales, buried within the landscape of a former coal mining site, lies something both majestic and haunting: Sultan the Pit Pony, one of the largest earth sculptures in the UK. Spanning over 200 meters in length, this massive artwork is carved directly into the hillside, depicting a powerful horse lying on its side. But this isn't just any horse. Sultan represents the pit ponies once used to haul coal deep underground during the height of the mining era. These animals worked in total darkness, often living out their lives beneath the earth. The sculpture is a tribute, but from above, it looks more like a sleeping titan, silent, unmoving, and almost forgotten. There's a quiet sorrow to it, like a fossilized ghost of industrial history, forever etched into the land. The end of the world cinema. In the heart of the Sinai Desert, far from any civilization, Google Earth users discovered something surreal: an abandoned outdoor cinema with rows of decaying wooden seats and a giant screen. It looks like a lost set from a dystopian film, left behind after some apocalyptic event. The story behind it is just as bizarre. In the late 1990s, a French man reportedly tried to create a unique movie experience in the middle of the desert. But the project failed, perhaps due to technical challenges, perhaps due to sabotage. The screen was never lit. No films were shown. Today, all that remains are sun-bleached seats and sand-filled silence, like a forgotten dream scorched into the earth. A lonely helipad in the Caribbean. On a nameless island in the Caribbean, there's something oddly out of place. A single, pristine helipad, surrounded by untouched greenery. No buildings, no landing strip, no infrastructure. Just a white H stamped in the middle of nowhere. Who built it? Why? Some speculate that scientists or researchers briefly used it to study the reef or island ecosystem. Others think it might be a private retreat that never got completed. But today it just sits there, like someone was waiting for a pickup that never came. The strange red stain in Almere. In April 2013, people browsing Google Earth found something strange and creepy in the quiet city of Almere, Netherlands. On a small wooden dock stretching into a lake, there was a long, dark stain. It looked like a trail leading to the water, and at the end, the stain got bigger, almost like a pool of blood had soaked into the wood. From above, the scene looked very disturbing. People online immediately started guessing what it could be. Some thought it might be a crime scene and that someone had been dragged into the lake. The shape, the color, and the empty surroundings made it feel even more mysterious. On Reddit and other websites, people shared theories and even tried to figure out who the victim might be. But the truth turned out to be much simpler, and even a little funny. Local news later explained that the stain wasn't blood at all. It was just the trail left by a wet dog. A local person had taken their golden retriever for a swim in the lake. After swimming, the dog walked back on the wooden dock, leaving behind wet paw prints. The sun and the way Google processed the image made the water look red, which fooled a lot of people. Even though it was just water, the scene showed how our imagination can run wild when we see something strange from above. From space, even normal things can look scary. So no crime happened in Almere that day, but the red stain dock still became famous online. It's a fun reminder that sometimes the creepiest things on Google Earth turn out to be just a happy dog going for a swim. The help signs that no one can explain. While casually exploring Los Angeles through Google Earth, users stumbled upon something deeply unsettling: the word "help" spelled out in enormous white letters near freeways. These messages weren't just a one-off occurrence, they appeared multiple times across different locations, each set of letters large enough to be clearly visible from satellite view. The cryptic nature of these signs immediately sparked intense speculation. On Reddit and other online forums, theories ran wild. Some believed the letters were a desperate cry for help from someone trapped or in danger, possibly written as a last resort to catch the attention of passing aircraft or satellites. Others argued it could be an elaborate form of digital graffiti, a guerrilla art project designed to provoke thought about urban isolation. A few even suggested it might be part of an alternate reality game, ARG, where players follow hidden clues across different platforms. Despite the flurry of theories, no individual or group has ever come forward to claim responsibility. Authorities eventually stepped in to clarify that the markings were not evidence of an ongoing emergency. They had been there for over a year, and no missing persons reports or distress calls matched the locations. Still, the lack of a definitive explanation leaves an eerie question hanging. If it wasn't a cry for help, then what was it? The mystery persists, making these ghostly white letters one of Google Earth's most unsettling urban enigmas. The giant target in Nevada, USA. Out in the Nevada desert, in one of the most desolate stretches of land in the American Southwest, lies a massive, perfectly circular target etched into the earth. A giant bullseye with a dot dead center. There's no signpost, no fencing, no official plaque explaining its origin. Just the unmistakable shape, visible only from the air, like a signal waiting to be received. Conspiracy theories wasted no time. Its proximity to Area 51 made it instantly suspicious. Was it part of a secret government test site? A targeting range for military satellites or drones? Or, according to the more imaginative corners of the internet, a landing pad for alien spacecraft? Some say it was used for aerial photography calibration or early missile guidance systems. But without confirmation, the mystery lingers. There are no structures nearby, no roads leading directly to it. Just a perfect shape in the sand, silent and enduring, like it was put there for something not entirely human. From above, the symbol feels ominous. It's clean, deliberate, like a message scrawled across the planet for something, or someone, watching from orbit. And when you stumble upon it on Google Earth, you can't help but feel like you weren't supposed to see it. LUEC. As you glide over the dense forests of Brenham, Texas, something unusual breaks the natural monotony of green. Amid the sprawling tree cover, one word emerges in massive bold letters: LUECKE. At first, it looks like some kind of digital glitch, maybe a satellite mapping error, but zoom in further and you'll see it's very real. This name isn't painted or photoshopped, it's carved directly into the landscape, formed by carefully clearing sections of forest in a deliberate, highly calculated pattern. Each letter stands around 1,000 feet tall, stretching the name across more than 2 miles of land. And yes, it's visible from space. Unlike many of the eerie or unexplained satellite anomalies out there, this one has a straightforward backstory. The Luak family, owners of the land, wanted to make their mark, literally. In the 1980s or 90s, they arranged for this gigantic act of selective logging, preserving the trees in a way that would spell their surname for anyone peering down from above. It wasn't meant to be creepy. It wasn't even supposed to be mysterious. But somehow it is. There's something oddly jarring about seeing a human name branded onto nature at such an impossible scale. It raises questions. Was it ego? Art? A statement? Or just a fun way to stand out? Either way, stumbling upon it during a casual scroll through Google Earth feels surreal, like discovering the planet has been tagged and someone named Luke got there first. So while it may not be a lost civilization, a crashed UFO, or a hidden government site, the Luke carving still earns its place among Earth's strangest aerial sites, a reminder that sometimes the weirdest things are done in plain sight just because someone could. And that wraps up our journey into the Earth's most bizarre, unexplained and hidden features, only visible from above. These strange finds raise more questions than they answer. But that's the fun of it, isn't it? If you're hooked on the world's weirdest corners, hit that like button, share the mystery with your friends, and dive into the next video. There's always more to uncover when you look at the world from a higher perspective.